I just forgot to hit record. So, welcome. We are part of a community of like minded, health conscious people making simple changes. We're not perfect whatsoever, but we want to share our journey. So, today, my special guest is Kristen Winters. And I've been sharing this information in some way or another for the last 21 years. I was not super healthy when I started learning all this, and I was amazed. And that you'll hear just mostly what I was amazed at learning. So I'm going to share with you education, and from education, you have empowerment. And so we want to empower you to make your own simple changes and be able to have optimal health. So that's what this is about today. And let's see, I got to be able to see my stuff here. Hold on. Here we go. So our objective is to inspire healthy living. That's what we do as a community, and we just want to make a difference. So I've been on this health journey for the past 21 years with my oldest on the right was 6 months old. So when I started, and so he's been benefiting from this information. And I heard somebody mention autism. He actually was diagnosed with high functioning autism. So if you're in that realm, you learn so much more even than the average person about health and trying to do whatever you can to just support. So we've been through a lot with alternative therapies and things like that, and extra help and all that. And I'm happy to say he's one of the healthiest people in our family, the most high functioning as far as balance and the things he does. And so anyway, that's Matthew on the right. And then Daniel came shortly thereafter. And thankfully, I had some of the tools that I'm going to share with you in time for his pregnancy when I was pregnant with him. And then Emma on the left, I had made so many simple changes by that time that she benefited the most, probably. But I was 40 when I had her. So it was just a testament that you can get healthier and healthier, that it's not too late to get healthy. And also, don't we want what's best for our family? So these kids have grown up with us just trying to always make simple changes, offsetting. We do a lot of offsetting. We don't eat perfectly, but we have great tools. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. But let's look at the bad news, kind of, because in reality, we need to be aware of this. We don't think we're going to get heart disease or cancer or diabetes or even gain weight. And I know the way I've been eating since the coronavirus that the weight gain is real. And so, you tend to eat things that you wouldn't normally eat. But there are certain statistics that we want to be careful of. And so today is just a reminder of all the things that will help to keep you healthy. So number one is remembering that we have a lot of environmental toxins that are increasing. Like today, I was just outside and all of a sudden I smelled something like I had cleaned the bathroom or something. I'm like, okay, all the doors are shut. What is that smell? And it was coming from across the canal at my neighbor's. And I see some AC repair guy cleaning the filter with some kind of chemical. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just downwind from this chemical. And, we've got that going on all the time. We don't always smell it, to walk away from it, because I did. I moved out of the breeze. But we've got toxins that our body is trying to filter all the time. And what we want is optimal health. We want to grow old but not feel old, right? And so I'm happy to say that that's kind of the trek I'm on. I feel better and better as I make simple changes. So we want to be aware of the toxins, whether they're out in the environment or something we use on our skin. But all the things that are not natural, our body has to work harder. So we've got to do what we can. And at the same time, our food quality is not what it used to be. We're eating a lot more processed foods, and you can see some of the things that are happening: preservatives, genetic modification. So it's not, a real natural thing. They add vitamins, they add artificial colors, they add hydrogen molecules. So you've got a trans fat, all kinds of things that they're doing so that maybe the package looks healthier, but also maybe it lasts longer on the shelf, or maybe the chickens get bigger with the growth hormones, things like that. Those things are not natural. So we've got to do some natural things at least to offset it. Okay. And even when we have fruits or vegetables down here, it says broccoli could lose 50 to 80% of key nutrients before you purchase it because once it's picked, it starts to deteriorate. All right, so that's the bad news. Sorry about that. But what can we do to be healthier? Of course, exercising that helps detox us. People are all yah about detoxing. There are certain things you could do just to detox daily. Okay, one of them is exercising, and it also gives you more energy and more excitement, and you feel better about yourself. So just getting out for even a 10-minute brisk walk gives you 2 more hours of energy in that day. Sleeping 7 to 8 hours, that's supposed to help restore your body, help the hormones that are supposed to come out at night, after you've had so many hours. So we've got to have our sleep. Even a little nap is helpful. Managing stress, for me, that's how I manage stress sometimes, is taking a nap. If I feel overwhelmed, I just go down for a little while and then I come back. It's like I reboot. So maybe put in the chat, I would love to hear how you are managing your stress, because we've really got to put the oxygen mask on ourselves in order to help our families. So what are you doing daily? Maybe are you doing a gratitude journal? Are you doing yoga? Are you doing deep breathing? What are you doing to take care of yourself? Sometimes we don't put ourselves first, but we need to find nooks and crannies of time that we do, right? And are you drinking enough water? We're supposed to drink half our body weight in ounces of water every day. That's another way that we detox. We get rid of toxins out of our body by drinking water. And we also hydrate our cells. And so sometimes we have pain because we don't have enough water in our system too. And then using safer products. They're out there now. There's no reason not to try to switch out some things and use safer products that we're breathing, we're putting on our body. And then eating real food. That's really what we're going to talk about. That's our main focus in this community, is eating real food. So let's go to that. The main emphasis on better health is actually eating more fruits and vegetables. Okay. And if you have a comment, please put it in the chat. I see a hand raised. So I would love to take your questions in the chat, and we have like a whole bunch of people that can help answer them. So fruits and vegetables are what's the foundation of better health. And most diseases, believe it or not, can be preventable with good nutrition. If you went, I hate to say that our Barnes and Noble is gone now, but I used to say, if you go to Barnes and Noble, there's like whole sections on reversing heart disease, reversing diabetes, reversing this or that. It's actually possible to get back to a very normal lifestyle, reversing autoimmune disorders if you really focus on it. We don't have to be in the whole medical model where it's one thing after another. We can take control of our health, okay? And fruits and vegetables are really the foundation for that. One of the reasons is because we have what's called oxidative stress happening every day. If we have fruits and vegetables, that helps combat that oxidative stress. That's why fruits and vegetables are called antioxidants. When they go in your body, they combat your certain level of oxidative stress. It neutralizes with the antioxidants. And that's hard to replicate unless you're eating fruits and vegetables. So it's really important. Just like when you cut that apple, you are getting some oxidative stress. Once the oxygen from the air hits the apple, it starts browning. So that's why people add the lemon. The lemon is the antioxidant. So that's just a real world one that we've seen, on a daily basis. If we watch our fruits or vegetables age, like the guacamole, how we add lime or lemon so that it slows the aging process. Well, that's what we need to do in our bodies. Our bodies have that oxidative stress going on all the time. So we have to slow the aging process with antioxidants. And so that's why Time magazine says the news isn't that fruits and vegetables are good for you, it's that they're so good they could save your life. So a lot of times you might see people that all of a sudden they're diagnosed with something, now they're ready to juice, or now they're ready to go in the produce section and try different colors and all that. And so we really do need a lot of fruits and vegetables. 7 for children, 13 for adult men who exercise. So where do you lie in there? And so how many fruits and vegetables did you have yesterday? I would love for you to answer that in the chat. I'll give a second. How many? Let's think about breakfast. Maybe it's too hard to think of yesterday, but think about breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's hard to remember, I'm sure. How many fruits servings of fruits and vegetables did you have? They say the dense ones, like an apple, a serving is half a cup. With leafy greens, it's a cup. So that's a serving. So think about how many servings you had, and really we need to have about 9 if we're not men who exercise. So somewhere between 9 and 13. Now that's for minimum health. Okay, that's a minimum recommendation. For maximum health, you want to have even more. Okay, so the problem is, even when we do eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, they're trucked from far away. So they might not have been vine ripened, and they might also be deteriorating. So, and the other problem is we might not get enough variety, unfortunately. So we want to eat lots of fruits and vegetables as much as we can. And I want to share with you another solution in just a minute. The other reason why we need so many fruits and vegetables is because that's where your vitamins and your minerals come from. All right. So a lot of times people think, oh, I'm not eating properly. How many of you guys have thought that? So I'm going to take a multivitamin to bridge that gap. Well, the gap is actually a whole food gap. It's a fruit and vegetable gap. It's not a vitamin gap. And what I learned many years ago is that if you look up on the internet, I love this, just testing out these things I hear, how many vitamins have ever been discovered and replicated? 13. Yet they have whole shops saying vitamin shop, right? Well, then when you add the minerals, you might have some more. So, but in a vitamin supplement, you have about 30. And you'll see that they'll add something like this to your cereal to make it healthier, or your instant drink breakfasts to make them healthier. They just add a multivitamin along with some kind of protein, right? So the problem is that this isn't what fights disease. Isolated vitamins. Research shows may do more harm than good. And the Annals of Internal Medicine, there's an article also on the internet, and we can send this to you if you want, called Enough is Enough. So you could look it up, Annals of Internal Medicine, Enough is Enough. And they said no more research needs to be done on vitamins. It does not prevent disease. So what does? The micronutrients or phytochemicals from plants. So you want to do whatever you can to increase your plants as much as possible. So on the right is just one page of 25. If we had a label for that apple, so there's 25 pages, which equals about 10,000 nutrients in the apple. Okay, so you're definitely better off eating the apple, and especially if it's vine ripened and not gassed, irradiated, and with pesticides. Unfortunately, there's all that going on. But we want to eat the whole food as much as possible. All right. And so in that apple, you'll find things like calcium, vitamin C, iron. And one of the best sources of calcium is green leafy vegetables, not a multivitamin. Okay. So in the green leafy vegetable with the calcium, you have iron, you have boron, you have phosphorus, you have magnesium. All those little elements work together to make that iron get absorbed, or that calcium get absorbed in your body. And so we need all those nutrients. So each fruit or vegetable has 10,000 nutrients. Isn't that good news? Like, so whatever fruit or vegetable you pick, it's going to be good for you. And we want the variety of all the different colors. Well, here's me on the top picture when I first learned about a solution for our family, a whole food solution that we take daily. And if you could see the baby picture at the bottom, it's 8 years later, and I'm older, but I look healthier, in my opinion. You can say in the chat whether you think I look healthier in the bottom picture. Less inflammation, just healthier. Okay. So when you feed your body the right foods, your body just gets healthier. Okay. So we have a great solution for you. That first baby picture is the one with Matthew, and he's now 22. And then the last one is with Emma when I was 40, and I felt healthier than ever. So when that doctor was like, you should not be pregnant at age 40, I was like, what are you talking about? I'm so much healthier than before. And sure enough, she was fine. He's like, your eggs are 40 years old. I'm like, it's okay. It's going to be okay. And it was. So I'm very happy to say that. So our solution for our family for the last 21 years has been this Juice Plus. I had no idea about it until my friend introduced it to me. She was so excited. She's like, it's got all your vitamins and minerals and everything you need, and it's Jetson's come to life. And I needed it. I was super run down. I had a Kleenex in my hand all the time. I had allergies. I had bumps on the backs of my arms, the tops of my legs that no one could give me any solution to. And I mean, I would bleed, going to my in-laws' house. They had 5 cats. Then my nose would she would hand me a Kleenex box and some allergy medicine, and it's still, it'd be pretty bad. So this has been my solution, and it's helped keep our family out of the doctor's office for the most part. And everybody's got their own story, but this is a way to get concentrated nutrition in your diet every single day. And a lot of times people are like, well, how do they get all those fruits and vegetables into capsule form? Well, they take vine ripened and herbicide and pesticide free and a variety of fruits and vegetables. They pulverize them, take out the salt, the sugar, and the water, and they use low temperatures to maintain the live enzymes. We're live people, so we want live enzymes. We don't want to eat a bunch of dead food. We need to eat live food. So this is a way to get that. And that's the fruits, the vegetables, and berries. And now we also have a new omega blend. So in the fruit blend, we have acerola cherry, apple, beet, peach, pineapple, lemon peel, cranberry, date, orange, mango, and prune. In the vegetable blend, we have beet again, because who's eating those? Not me. But no, because they're really healthy for you also. Look at how dark and dense. Like, you want to choose the dark, dense one. When you go to the grocery store, anything that's darker is going to be healthier. And then broccoli, rice bran, cabbage, lemon peel, parsley, carrot, garlic, kale, which is a major cancer fighter, spinach, tomato. Look at all the different colors. Then we get to the berry blend, which was made specifically for heart and circulation and has research showing that it's super beneficial. Has artichoke, bilberry, blackberry, black currant, cranberry, elderberry, blueberry, cocoa, Concord grape, pomegranate, and raspberry. So you have to ask yourself, if I took this or ate this every day, wouldn't I be a lot healthier? The answer is absolutely yes. So I'm excited to share with you one of my friends, Kristen Winters, who I would say is a little bit the opposite of me because I am not a great eater. She actually is a very good eater. And she was attracted to this and has a totally different story, but still ends up in the same community. And we all share good tips and good information. We're all on our own health journeys. So I'm excited for you to hear from her.
Okay.
And so I am going to remove my spotlight and put you on the spotlight, Kristen, and go to the next slide. Here's Kristen and her girls. Thank you for sharing, Kristen. She's going to actually do the rest of the presentation where you'll hear about the other items that I use as well. Go ahead, Kristen.
Thank you, Sharon. I've seen that picture of you with your babies several times, and I just now noticed that even your babies look healthy. Your Emma with the Juice Plus nutrition looks more alert, more just her rosy complexion.
Yeah,
just
and
beautiful.
that's what we've seen happen with lots of babies who, the mom uses Juice Plus. So thanks for noticing.
So I actually found out about Juice Plus in a different way. I was interested in a tower garden. I had just moved to Key West. I was interested in showing my girls, who were 3 and 5 at the time, where food comes from. And I was I wanted them to know how food was grown. So I was in search of a way to garden with them. And I found this garden at one of our farmers markets. And I knew it was the perfect solution because in Key West, I don't personally have a yard, and I just have a deck and a pool. So this was perfect for me. I could grow food vertically, which also space was an issue. And it's so sustainable. You don't use as much water as you would in a traditional garden, as you'll find on the next screen. It uses 98% less water than a traditional garden, which is incredible. And there are 2 types of tower gardens. The one on your left is a tower garden home, and it comes with what you see. It comes with the wheels already attached. It's a smaller profile, so it fits better into the corners, of your house. It comes with the lights already attached and the timer that you see. The one on your right is the Tower Garden Flex, and that one could be an indoor garden. You are able to attach lights to it, but primarily is used outdoors, and that's what we decided to use. And we just found that you grow the produce so much faster, and it's so much greener than it is in a traditional garden. And as you saw in the last picture, the girls just would go up to the tower garden and pick food off of it and eat it, things that they wouldn't normally eat if they were shopping with me in a grocery store. So the other part that I learned about Juice Plus, once I bought my tower garden, I actually signed up to work for the company that day because I realized that the values aligned so much with my own values. What's super important to me is that children have a healthy foundation in life. So I knew that, by the age of 3, if a child didn't get introduced to a new food, they wouldn't typically try it, or you would have a harder time trying it later on in life. So when I joined the company, I found the Juice Plus products. And so we decided to try them. And I was amazed at not only how the nutrition just created sort of a catalyst to want to eat more healthy foods, but the Children's Health Study, which means you get the product for free for your children ages 4 through college, is incredible. And it's something that we took advantage of. And we found that it is just to build their immunity. They were starting school at the time, and I can't tell you how much it has helped us. I mean, they have not been out of school one day for sickness, which is incredible given the fact that my husband is gone for work probably, well, up until the pandemic, he was gone probably three weeks out of the month. So I was a solo parent, and to have a sick child, I didn't have time for that. So I am just so thrilled with this Healthy Starts for Families program that the Juice Plus has had. And as you can see, these are some of the things that people that have done it have found. So I have been searching for a way to get nutrition into my body. I've been trying to eat better. Yes, Sharon thinks I eat well. I try. I mean, there are times that I don't, but the complete shakes, and you can see all of the added nutrition, the broccoli, radish, alfalfa, chickpea, all of these things are included in the complete powders. This is a plant-based protein. It's vegan, it's gluten and dairy free, it's low glycemic. So it keeps your blood sugar steady throughout the day so that you don't get those spikes in hunger. And I have found that if I don't have this, sometimes I start my day off poorly, and I don't, it doesn't end well. So I find that they're delicious. I miss them if I don't have them. It's a way for me to get added nutrition into my daily intake. And not only do we make the shakes with them every morning, sometimes we'll make acai bowls. We'll add some extra nutrition in there, like spinach and bananas and strawberries and blueberries. We also like to make protein bars and balls with them. It's just a great way to get the added nutrition into your body. My girls joke with me that I'll say, eat your veggies. And they say, well, I already did. I had a shake. Remember, I had an acai bowl today. So, I mean, little steps. The plant-based omegas. Okay, this is actually funny, a funny story. I ordered these and I let it sit on my counter for about, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months until I really started to try them consistently. And I will tell you that they are probably my favorite product. What it consists of is it's a omega 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. It goes straight to the source of the omega, which is the algae, and it bypasses the fish. So it's sustainable, it's vegan. It includes the seed oils from pomegranate, sea buckthorn berry, raspberry, and safflower. So it tastes really good. It's kind of got a citrusy taste. And some of my friends, I haven't tried this yet, but I'm going to, but some of my friends will put the oil actually right onto their skin. And it's very moisturizing. A lot of people use it in their facial moisturizers. So it is, and oh, this is the best part. I play tennis in the mornings and I'm only out there for an hour or hour and a half. I don't use sunscreen. And in Key West, that's like unheard of. I have not gotten sunburn, and I know it started about the same time I really got consistent with these omegas. So I'm in love with these omegas. So, Juice Plus has just been a blessing to our family because, as you can see on the left, I mean, this is what a lot of people eat. Maybe not every day, but we tend to not eat what we should eat, which is what you see on the right. It's that rainbow of fruits and vegetables and berries that really are what you should eat. And so when we don't eat what we should, we eat this stuff on the left sometimes, because I just got done with spring break and we had and we did not eat very well, I will admit. I had my Juice Plus and I had my complete shake. And so I knew that I at least got 45 fruits and vegetables in my diet. So Juice Plus is unique. It's not a food. It is a food. It's not a multivitamin. So it is, it has a food label. It does not have a vitamin label. It's made with non-GMO ingredients, vegan, kosher, and dairy-free. It's NSF certified, which means that what's on the label is in the label, and there's no banned substances. So professional athletes can take it. And it is the most researched brand name nutritional product in the world. So Juice Plus has I think 41 at this point, peer-reviewed clinical studies that have been done. Just, and this is what attracts the professionals, this is what attracts the doctors. And you can see all the things that have been researched. But what I have found personally is that just our immune system alone has been so strengthened with the help of the added fruits and vegetables to our diet. And this is my favorite and most impactful part of the screen. Dr. Du Bois says there's nothing else available any place in the world with or without a prescription that has been clinically proven to do what Juice Plus has been proven to do. And I think that says it all.
Awesome, Kristen. Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing that. And, I love the research also. That's really what attracted me to sharing Juice Plus. And there's no way that I would do without it. I know too much. There's no way I wouldn't share it with people too. When I hear about somebody who's got an autoimmune disorder or wants more energy, things like that. So when I think about the price of Juice Plus, it's never been on the chopping block for our family. And I think about it's like buying a better body. So I just want to mention the cost of Juice Plus so that you know about how much it is. Even the Tower Garden, it's not listed on here, but it's very reasonable. The company wants everybody to be healthier. So they put things on an installment program. They ship things out without having but one payment. And who does that nowadays, So the company is very stable and lasting. They're able to do that. Their mission truly is to inspire healthy living around the world. The fruit, vegetable, berry blend is $2.50 a day, and you can have a child free with that. And you can have a smaller package of just the red and the green, which is a little less. That's how I started, but then I added the berries later. So that's a possibility. A lot of us who are within the Juice Plus community, because we've learned so much, because more does matter, we end up getting all of it. We call it our juice plus groceries. And so, anyway, the fruit, vegetable, berry, that is like the foundation product that a lot of people get started with. And they get a child free, and you want to just pick a target child, and then see how that goes. And then maybe include another adult for another child. You can get an aunt, a grandmother, or somebody to, if you have a third child. And so the company gives you that child's portion for free for up to 4 years. And then the complete shake, I live off of that. And it truly is one of the healthiest meals you can have. And you can add that to your daily routine, whether it's your breakfast or say you're serving your child macaroni and cheese and you want to feel better about it. You just give them a smoothie on the side or an acai bowl, like Kristen's saying. You make something that's really healthy and they eat it. They truly eat it. My kids have grown up on this and they've been eating it forever. And then the omega, I mean, I've heard so many great stories about the omega, and it can help in all different areas of the body. So it's very reasonably priced. The company is all about getting people healthy, making a difference, touching future generations, things like that. So they've really come out with the most premier products to do that. And so I just want to ask questions, see who's got some questions, and answer any questions that might have been in the chat. And I see that you guys are participating. Doug, have you been watching the chat? You want to add anything from the chat? And maybe you guys have questions. Maybe you want to ask questions. I know you've learned a lot, right? Sarah, do you have any comments or questions? I know you have a lot of guests on here.
Not really. I guess
Okay.
I'm just kind of learning as I go.
Good, good, good.
And
okay, no worries.
yeah.
Well, I just want to make sure any questions are answered. We appreciate you guys coming on today, and we'll stay after. I'm just going to turn off the recording. That if you do have some questions, please stay on. We'd love to answer.